And we're live. Shalom, shalom, shalom to the
Shalom.
house. Shalom to the house of Israel. We are a couple brothers of the great Millstone Camp here in Trinidad, coming to you with another lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. But before we get into the lesson, first and foremost, we give all honor, all glory, all reverence, all praises to Yahweh
Our Bahasham,
Bahasham Yahushai.
Yahushai,
Bahasham
Rakam Kodash.
Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles, prophets, and teachers of Great Millstone, our spiritual fathers who rule well, teach well. Peace and salutations to the sincere Akim and Akwath who follow this truth in all diligence and all sincerity. Now, the topic of the lesson, am I a black Hebrew Israelite? And this is in response to what the elder Apostle Gaba said, to do a video showing what you look like to all those naysayers who lump us into that category of black Hebrew Israelites. You know, they're so lazy, they don't take the time to actually understand what we teach, what we stand for, what we represent. And because of the laziness on their part, they just lump us into one category, and that category is black Hebrew Israelites. Now, if the brother Rai is not opposed to showing his face for a moment, brother Rai, is it possible you can show us your
Good.
face?
Good. Nah. Oh, you mean on the
Yeah.
the video here? Nah, I wouldn't be able because my phone camera don't work.
All right.
So you wouldn't be able to see my thing. But you can pull up my page or a good example of that. You can pull up my page and you go to the last 2 days ago was my street video, or you could go to the Ella page from Netherlands and there's a brother there. It's a perfect example of what it is saying.
Can. Well,
You
again,
know,
it's so tech
GMS
savvy.
Holland.
I'm so tech savvy, but I could tell you people, the brother Rai does not look anything like a so-called black man. He does not. Brother Kawalwa doesn't even look like a so-called black man. Right?
You want me
Brother
to
Kawalwa?
pon?
Yes,
You want me to pon
brother.
my camera?
Yes. Show your face.
One
Yeah.
second.
And Shalawam Yaram Yakazak, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Kakadash, Barakatham, Tawada for tuning in.
While my camera is coming on.
Right, look at the brother there.
Yeah, well, I look. Okay.
Does that look like a black man?
Yeah, I should not. I do.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Remember, they lump us under the category of black. BLACK. You look nothing like a so-called black man. Neither does the brother Rai. Right? But yet, they constantly push the narrative that we preaching a doctrine to only black people. When we know the scriptures talk about Israel being scattered amongst all nations. Could we get Jeremiah chapter 12 and verse 9? And then if any Akim have anything to add before we go into the video, please feel free to do so.
This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 12 and reading from verse 9, which says, mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. Wow. That's so yapa. It says, the birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour. And if you like, I'll go into the meaning of the word speckled bird.
Sure, you can go ahead.
Right? The word speckled here goes into the word Strong's H 6641. Sabua. Right? It means the outline biblical usage colored, variegated, or speckled.
All right, now, could you pull up the definition of variegated?
Can. Variegated. variegated definition. Right, have it here. Google's response to a search for variegated definition, it says exhibiting different colors, especially as irregular patches or streaks. It says similar, marked by variety.
Right. So you can have a animal which would usually be of a particular color, but in its generation, you could have animals being born with colors mixed with brown and white. You could get various colors coming about from an animal who usually would be born brown. So you get variation of colors, if you will, just like sheep. Now, we all know the scripture in Revelations. We talk about his hair, his head, and his hair were white like wool.
Mhm.
And persons say that's talking about the color. But wool is not identified by a color, it's identified by its texture. Because wool come in a variation of colors. We have black wool, white wool, we have off-white wool, we have brown wool. So to say wool come in, for instance, one particular color, you would be wrong. Just like you would find birds belonging to a particular species. Let's say the species normally carry a black plumage. You could have birds being born of that same species carrying spots on their plumage. So Israel is no different. Due to the scattering of our people among the various nations, as the scripture said, we mix with these people. And as a result, the usual complexion that we once had, you would see variations of our people being born and looking like those of the heathen nations. Anyone of the other Akim, feel free to chime in.
Add something to it, saying that is why it's important that you don't watch the outer appearance of a man. You understand? But when it comes to these people outside here, what is this watch is the outer appearance, right? Meaning that the color that he is, and that is something that Esau used, right? There's a big trick that Esau used. The color of a person. You know you have it have we just call them the FBEs and something else, right? Um, but again, they are CIA set up, but it's literally Israelites that set up this talk about, you know, the color of his skin, right? And they try to do the same thing here with us as well. Now, when it comes to like for us, we know when you go to the scripture, and bring a scripture, it's the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18. It's saying they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families. It said, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls. So it said, they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers. You know, you think our men, the Israelite men, went on to heathen women. Would the the child of that man come out the same colors as him? No.
No.
Right? No. But would that still be a seed of Israel? Yes, because it come from the fathers. It's the pedigrees of the families, the lineage, right? Of the by the house of their fathers. That is why when they watch certain move, like when they watch like let's draw an example, right? When they watch ancient movies, you don't hear them come. You don't hear them call, um, well, the son of. You don't hear them say, well, the son of queen. No, they say the son of king something. It's always go by the father. It does never go by the mother, right? But sometimes they would like was a movie that took part in for example, right? It had a series called Vikings, right? Where the king he went on to a woman that um she is not considered a Viking, right? But so the child in the movie they would say the child and becoming a bastard child because it not of um of both the woman being a Viking and the man being a Viking. But when he died and it was time to hand up the kingdom, the heart was to go and find that child because that child is of the seed, right, from the
The
father,
father.
right? It's not
Okay,
about the color. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll just need to quickly add now, not to take over what you're saying.
No,
Remember
no, go ahead.
Jephthah? Remember Jephthah? That's something like you
Yeah.
described. Jephthah.
Yeah, okay, can from thing, eh? Yeah,
Yes, from Gideon.
can. Right.
That's the
Um,
little insinuation I wanted to point to what you're saying.
yeah, because what these people outside here is, but you see, the reason why they just also want to label us the Black Hebrew Israelites is because what does come with the name, right? The negative stuff that's come with the name, because they know that Black Hebrew Israelites, according to the law, we are considered a what? A terrorist group, right?
Um,
But as the apostle say, and we have known for years that there are brothers that are not what they would consider black, right? But they use that terminology because why? It comes with a negative look with it, you know?
um,
Um, Let me just bring one more precept here. Let me go to um,
I'm looking for the precept. If I can just
yeah,
read this one, the brother N, the end has come put up, Shalom.
yeah, can go
Yes,
ahead.
1 Samuel 16:7. But Yahweh said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For Yahweh seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, looketh on the heart.
Yeah, and this add something to that. With when it comes to Greek today, if you're not if you don't have a skin color, you wouldn't be considered that. But they don't realize they are black Edomites.
Done.
You understand?
Done.
Yeah.
You understand? They-
Done.
no,
I'm a
we may
priest up
laugh
here,
because it's
quick.
a serious thing. That's why. Oh,
Yes.
go ahead, bring it. Yeah,
Bring it. Okay,
yeah.
quick. Kawada, Salakia. This is Hosea chapter 7 and verse 8. It says, Ephraim, he had mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go ahead, break it down if you want to. Go ahead.
But yeah, well, I mean, so it just showing that, if you look at, you're mixing a cake, you put all the ingredients in the bowl to mix a cake. You see all the different shades and color and all the
That's
different
right.
textures of every single ingredient in its natural state. And there's a differentiation, but they're all mixed together in one bowl to make one particular thing up to eat, right? Thing for consumption. So that's basically what the Lord is just poetic talk. Like, that Ephraim mix among the nations. They're so mixed among them, among the people, that they're looking so mixed in color and shade. Is a the scripture call them a what? And cake not turned. So when you come to understand who the nation of Ephraim, the tribe of Ephraim is, you ain't gonna see all of them looking the same. That's basically what is
Yeah,
understood here.
that
Go
is
ahead.
why you don't understand the diversity when it comes to Ephraim, because even I would consider myself a Ephraimite and go into what the Arawaks, right? But when you watch the Arawaks here to the Arawaks in Puerto Rico, you would see the two different colors in them and so forth, right? Even right, that's the to what you're saying that even when you watch the Ephraimites in Puerto Rico, you just literally see the two differences in them, but they are the same people, but they see the differences in them, you know, right? So what would you say that they are not Ephraimites? No, they are.
Yeah.
But again, you don't understand when they say the black Hebrew Israelite, you don't understand why did they say it, like the terminology, why did they spell it outside there? Because it comes with a negative thing now, right?
Done.
And they know once they say that, once they say black Hebrew Israelites, it usually like um I don't know if you'll see the video I share with ISPUK, right?
Mm-hmm.
When the Edomite come, the clips coming out and so forth. Um, but you could see is a reason why the Edomite say it that way. You understand? Because he knew that it would pick up traction. And what does come with saying that? But an example of a black Edomite, right, is only remember the sisters,
Tia
Tia
and
and
Tamara
Tamara,
to Maori.
right? For years, people thought they're black, even to this day. But their father is a Edomite.
Lenny Kravitz too. Lenny Kravitz is a
Lenny
Edomite.
Kravitz, yeah, yep,
He's a Edomite.
right. Now, who could say we just saying it off of that, right? We just saying this thing, right? But it's a shoya, right?
And
I have a precept here. This is the book of Ezra, chapter 9, and I'll go straight to the point, right? This is Ezra 9, chapter 2. You see, for they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed, right, have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yea, the hand of the princes and rulers had been chief in this trespass. And that is what we do. You understand? That seed and them getting spread and we getting planted onto these other nations. Right? Now, you gotta understand something. No matter where Jake gets scattered to, Jake like the jam. You feel Jake going stay down? Nah, Jake like the jam. Right? And when the jam, obviously the outer appearance is not going to look like how it once was. Right? That is basic genetic, that is just basic genetics. Right? If let me put it in this, if a black man goes sleep with an Edomite woman, the child will come out mixed. Right? The child will come out mixed. Does that mean that the child is not Israelite? No, because it go by the seed. That is what the scriptures say. For they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed, right? The holy
Precept.
seed. So the outer appearance means nothing, right? Because again, it have some black Edomites, and in the time that we're coming into, those black Edomites are going to show themselves to be not one of yours, right? Them in the FBAs and the other stuff, where is the Pan Africanism and so forth. Or they're going to have a rude awakening when some of these guys that all they watch because of the outer appearance is not one of yours, right? Go ahead.
This is the book of John, chapter 7, and verse 24. It says, "Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment." You know,
if I
Sister?
could
You
add
can,
this,
and Judge will. Go ahead,
Go
Ak,
ahead,
you go ahead, Ak.
go ahead.
I'm going.
Salakia, a popular supposed black figure among black people and they look up to is Louis Farrakhan. But
Mm,
based on this history, now, I am not saying this with any 100% certainty. They say his father was a Edomite. Now, again, this is just the common talk out there. And based on what the brother's saying, a lot of who you look up to and believe that they are so-called black men, so-called Negroes, they are not, because remember, it goes back to the seed line. Now, let me just hit this precept quick. Matthew chapter 13, right? And verses 24 onward, it says, "Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then had it tares? And he said unto them, An enemy had done this. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said unto them, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, you root up also the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, Gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather
Hmm.
the wheat into my barns. Now, notice what verse 29 say. He said, nay, least while you gather up the tares, you root up the wheat also. Because if you look at wheat and tares, there's a stage in their development. They look similar to each other.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to differentiate, much like Israel today. And as the brother rightfully said, they're going to have Israelites who not looking like a typical Wesley Snipes looking Israelites. And then it have those who are Edomites, not looking like how you believe a typical Edomite, how you know Salakia a typical Edomite would look. It have black Edomites. It have white Israelites.
I can
So
add back.
what up?
That's
I
right.
wanna add it because what you need to
Example,
understand.
What?
Salam. Tawada Ak. Well, people need to also understand that it's not about color, because while we would want to address where people having the argument about Edomites or black Hebrew Israelites, you have to understand there are other nations that are of dark complexion that you would consider Hebrew Israelites to be, or those of Judah or Benjamin or Levi predominantly to be. Well, for instance, it are the Hamite nations, they're very dark skinned. So just because somebody dark skinned, that means they could be an Israelite. That is why the brother did bring out the precept earlier on. I saw it on the comment board where it speaks about by the Spirit. Is the Spirit, right? Yeah, Romans 8 and 16. It says the Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. So you don't judge by appearance, you judge by the Spirit. Because Egoha Hamites probably right there in Babylon, mixing among the Judites, and because he have an appearance, he might be among the camp. Just recently, the elders and apostles bring out some teaching and let us know that there definitely are Edomites among the camps. And if it are Edomites in the camp, it is nothing to say that it have Hamites among the camp. It would have hidden nations around us, and we know until what we do, we bring out the word. You bring the word, and when the word comes out, the sheep will hear the voice of the Lord and they will follow. And that is basically what the brother's bringing out here today. So it had nothing to do with Edomite alone. It's the heathen nations. The chief nation, Edom, is where we will send more we fire here. But just keep in mind that these heathen nations also have dark complexions, and they could be mixing among us, and we ain't looking for no black and white. Because if you focus on who white and whatnot, you could be missing a Hamite right next to you. Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, can. Well, you hear me, right? Yeah. So so as the brother saying, right? For example, during slavery, the slave master used to sleep with our woman, right? And how you so sure you ain't come from a slave master bloodline? Yeah? How you so sure? What makes you think that you ain't come from a slave master bloodline? Right? Because you're black? No. That not going to stand. No, the black and white thing come from this fella. Was he named by the German fella? I can't remember his name offhand. But yes, he brought up that
Blumenbach
to cause the
so that is Blumenbach,
right?
Blumenbach.
Can because for example, as the brother was bringing out just now, people that only watch up to that have white fathers. Tracy Ellis Ross, majority only know who that is, right?
And they call she a black woman, eh?
Right? That is obviously
Diana
yeah,
Ross.
that is Diana's daughter, but the father is white, right? You have you have you know Maya. So sorry. Um, right? You had the three Maurice, which is the Tia, Tamara, and the brother. All of them is who we grew up watching on TV,
And they calling them black.
right? Mm-hmm. Right?
Remember when they list this show up, they list it as a black sitcom.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. You understand? But that is why, as your brother rightfully brought up just now, it's not by your outer appearance, but by the spirit. You know, it's by the spirit.
I
That is
want
why
to
when you
play.
watch, but that is why when you watch like the camps, you will see the mixture of brothers in it. For you know, the brother not wanting to something, and so we're going to say the Irish, and as we just state many times, the Irish are what? They are Israelites as well,
Can,
right?
can,
But again, you see, they just use the term the black Hebrew Israelites because they know what comes with it, right?
can. It's a
But
trigger
brother,
phrase. It's a trigger
yes,
phrase.
yes,
It's a trigger
yes.
phrase.
Ah, that is the reason why when you see people doing you know, when Edomites doing the videos or other Jakes doing the videos on us, they just put that as the main headliner, you know?
The
They just put it
attention
as the
grabber.
main yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's the right way to use it. Good.
Let me
Good.
play this video. Now the video might be a little thing, but it have a lot to gather from the video and the topic we're dealing with. Because this video is what inspire the lesson that we're doing right now, right? So
GMS all over the world. You brothers that look, in particular, that look like Esau Edom, but of course you Hebrew Israelites, I'm just saying you look like Esau Edom, you should do a video asking the ones that call us black Hebrew Israelites, asking them, am I black? And then bring out the scriptures that show that you will have Israelites looking like the different nations, even looking like Edomites. You know, it'd be a nice move to make, you know, because this thing of ours is like chess. Right? They're making the move calling us black Hebrew Israelites, trying to demonize us. Well, you brothers that don't look like so-called blacks, quote unquote, you should do a video asking them, what would you call me? Would you call me a black Hebrew Israelite? Like this brother here, which is, I believe, to be a man of the Lord. You know, he's out there, he's teaching the word, he's all in the spirit. Let's say he does a video saying to the ones that call us black Hebrew Israelites, would you call me black? It would be a nice touch. You know, that's all I'm saying. And may the Holy Spirit jump on you brothers to do those videos. You know, you brothers all across the world that look like Esau Edom. Do a video just to mess with them. You know, just to confound them. That's the word. Just to confound them, because they like to call us black Hebrew Israelites. Anyway, that was just a thought that I had a few days ago. I shared it with a couple of brothers. They said, "Yeah, that would be cool." So there you go.
Am I a black Hebrew Israelite? Have I said anything about being black? Nope.
But the question is, and I'm going to ask the same question that the brother in London asked, am I a black Hebrew Israelite?
Am I a black Hebrew Israelite? Okay. You know.
And as you can see, looking clearly at me, I'll ask the question, okay? Am I a black Hebrew Israelite? Do I look like a so-called black man? Do I look like a so-called African American?
I just want to say this particular guy, when I was watching the video, what he was saying stood out to me the most. Because when you look at him, I remember looking at pictures of depicting what Persians look like.
I'll back the brother.
Just now. Right. You know, saw pictures of what the Persians supposedly look like. And when I look at this brother here, you know, he looked just like those pictures, what they depict the Persians to look like. You know, based on the picture they use with the beard and the skin tone and what have you. But as you can see, the dude is a Jake.
Kawama Wase, he could see the jig oozing out of him.
I see it too, I
God.
see it too. No, that's not it. I want to think this just now. This dude, a lot of people at first glance, what do you think they're going and say?
Nah, that's how Edomite. Nah, they're going to consider as Edomite for sure.
Brother Rye, Brother Quara, what do you think the first thing people are going to say if they're not in the spirit, they see this dude professing?
Yeah, they're gonna judge the outer appearance, but they ain't gonna try the spirit to see if he's of Yahweh Hashem Yeshua, if he's of the children of Israel. I don't have the book with me, but the Nature Knows No Color Line by J.A. Rogers. You know, it had a lot of meat in it. You know, when the Jews them used to rule back then for over 700 years, the Renaissance time, right? White masses bow down to black deities. And for over 700 years, you know, in rulership, they was having sex with these Edomite wives. They was breeding these Edomite wives, these Edomite women, and bringing forth children that they looking like Edomites. And that's why he saw, you know, he know, as the brother was bringing it out, you know, the Irish. He know they are Israel too. Although some of them look like Edomites, if you watch them, you know, on a carnal aspect, you know. But Esau know there's Israel because, you know, back then, you know, if it was wrong in the 70s, 60s wrong there, you know, he used to put up his signs like, you know, no Irish, no blacks, no dogs. Right?
Yeah, that was in the 70s and the 80s. It had that.
It had this movie too, the Green Book. Right? Is a show. Right? And when the police them to hold them now, and he tell them the man name is Valalong or something. So he said, what kind of name is that? He say Irish. So the officer said, you half nigger yourself? In the show.
Yeah.
He asked him if he's half nigger himself because he's Irish. So they know.
Hey. The more also add some of these, you don't understand the history of the Irish as well too. You don't understand the captivity that they went through. You understand? And we know what that curse fall upon. It fall upon the Israelites, right? But you see, again, this is something spiritual. But these people go watch it on. They would watch it on something carnal, right? Because even when you go to the to let's go to a quick Revelation 7 verse Revelation 7 verse 9, it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. And they do understand, like, they just want to use it to say that there is basically all the nations being saved. No, there is the children of Israel, right? But you see, we scatter so much again over the years, over the period of time. We scattered so much. Obviously, the man is going to sleep with heathen woman. It's just basic. You understand? It's just basic, right? But you judge it by the spirit, and you don't judge it by the outer appearance. Because I tell it again, saying it again, right? There's like if you watch the political situation going on right now, right? You know, there are some jakes that are watching other jakes and saying, how we fighting so for Trump and how we talking about us so, because why? Well, they're watching it on a color perspective. That is not one of your own. That is an Edomite. That is a chocolate colored Edomite. There's the reason why he talking so. There's the reason why he behaving so. Right? His spirit bear witness with the Edomites. Right? And that is basically what it is. But when it comes to this truth, hey, we scattered, and you're gonna find us, you're gonna find Jake, right? Or in every single nation that have upon the earth, Jake in, right? This is the book of Isaiah chapter 11 verse 11. It shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, right? And a remnant means a small amount. It says, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt, right? So here we're saying, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Patros and from Cush and from Elam. Are all these not heathen nations? But
Yes,
the
they
Lord
are.
is telling you that he will recover his remnant from these places, right? You see, and from Shana and from Hamat. And you know, and the brother Kowalwa mentioned earlier, he talked about Ham, right? Um, it
Um,
say, and from the islands of the sea. And where are we? Where are we? Right? But
Caribbean
as a
Sea.
scripture, yeah, yeah. You know, but as I mentioned here, he will recover his remnant, and second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left in in these places. And when you read the places, Assyria, Egypt, Patros, Cush, Elam, Shinar, Hamat, these is heathen nations. But we
um,
are there. We are there, right?
let me
Because you
just
go
play a little more
Elam,
when you finish up.
you cannot go ahead.
No, finish your point, Jack, and I want to play a little more
Yeah,
because it has some
go.
people when you see them at you. If you're looking with your normal eyes, you go see, but how the hell this person can be an Israelite?
You see,
Go ahead,
and
finish your point.
there is let me show you something. That is why as about not last week, about 2 weeks ago, you know, I think it's Apostle Gaba and Apostle that they talk about it. That is the reason why when somebody come to the camp and they may not look like a Jake, you have to be very circumspect when you talk to them because the seed, right, of that could be a Jake just in in a hidden body, right? But
And
like for example, like ISPUK and this camp, they would watch that man and kick and they would say, nah, he's not Israelite. No, that's not how it is move. You gotta be very careful how it is you're dealing, right? Very careful. But go ahead.
all right,
Do I look like it? Does my skin look black? Hmm? Hmm? I got black hair or dark hair. Okay? But hey, I'm not a so-called black man.
I might have black Hebrew Israelite, right? So please pray for me also so that Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai will use me here in the Philippines to find also the lost sheep of Israel here, because we believe that some of the people of Israel are scattered, and that is really true because that is biblical.
To you, scoffers, to you.
and this brother is with Malcolm's elder Malcolm's camp. Call him he just use the handle on TikTok, Yasharala. And I know this brother
Um,
person, right?
to a go back to the guy who say Philippines,
Can
right?
yes,
There was
he
a
said that to me too.
there's
Can
there's a video years ago. This is years ago, where it had a guy in Philippines that was calling upon the name of Yahweh Shai. Is a heathen going to call upon the name of Yahweh Shai? No,
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 his name is
he's
dreadful
not.
among
They are not.
Indians.
I can see, and that is the thing. That is the thing. That is how you gonna know the difference through that word. That is how you gonna know the difference through the word,
And
right? But go ahead.
To you, scoffers, to you people writing articles, to you black only Israel.
and this brother here, Salakia, this brother, there was a guy on TikTok. He used to be part of Great Millstone years ago. I think they call him Deacon Jude now, if I remember clearly. He's one of those pushing this black only Israelite thing that you're only an Israelite by your father and your mother. He often used to call this dude here a mamza. He often called this brother a mamza, right? He even
They
called
love
me
to.
a
They love
mamza.
to.
They love to use that wood. You see that wood in our city? They love to use that wood. They love to throw that
Can,
wood outside it. You understand?
can,
But one of the reasons why too that there's like preach heavily of that black thing, that black only thing is because it brings in money to them.
can.
You understand? Again, let's go and look up this particular movements that are going on right now. You would see that is literally money based thing, but it had to be like an all black thing now. But if you understand what I'm saying, it had to be
Understand what I
only
mean?
all black. You understand? So that is why some of these guys they say no because they get to realize the money coming with it. You know?
Can.
Israelites, am I a black Hebrew Israelite? Okay. And the answer is, I am a Hebrew Israelite through the lineage of our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, and I don't have as much pigment as the other brothers, but I'm extremely light brown. Okay, does that make me a black Hebrew Israelite? My shirt is black.
All right, but then right before I turned the camera on, the Spirit switched it up and said, "Do a video response to the Elder Apostle Gabar." When he was pushing out that vibe, pushing out that vibration of brothers that don't look like your average Israelite or your average so-called black person. All right, do a video entitled "Am I a Black Hebrew Israelite?" All right, because you got people like Vocab. All right, you got other people outside of the circle, even some Israelites still putting titles up talking about Black Hebrew Israelites. There's no such thing as a black person.
Do I look like a black?
Yeah, that's my pause. Yeah, because the brother who know speak is the elder brother from GMS this Munis, right? This guy been in truth for years. You know, when I came into
Can.
the truth about 12, 13 years ago, he was there, right, preaching the word.
Can.
I think even before me, right? So we go and say that the brother not chosen because he not dark skinned. You
Can.
see, it do make sense. It do make sense. That's what the Lord, and the brothers put it up on the comment board and Koala bring out some, you bring out some. Hey, that is why you don't watch it out. The Lord ain't watching the outer appearance. Right? The Lord ain't watching that. Right? Yeah, what movie was I thought a movie by Agbe? You know, where Esau and this is a tactic in real life Esau used over the period of history, right? Where um where they sending spies, but the spies would look like Jake now, right? And they would fool Jake because the spy looking like their own, and that's how simple minded Israel is at, and that's how easy it is to chain them up. They send somebody that look like them, and they get confused. That happened with plenty organizations that had Jake in it. The CIA just sending a spy looking like their own,
Can.
and he get all the information, right?
Can.
Right? Where that? I pull back a page from the Nature Knows No Color line on page 202. Right? They say it is now estimated, say, Asbury, that there are at least between 5 million to 8 million persons in the United States supposed to be white who actually pose Negro blood. In reality, this is very conservative estimate. You say hundreds of prominent American men and women who live as white are actually white Negroes.
I did a lesson a couple weeks ago where a white woman, when she dug into her mother's lineage, she found that her mother's father was a so-called black man, and the mother didn't come out looking like a black person. She came out looking white because her mother was white. So this white woman and now she's an elderly woman. From all appearances, when you look at her, she is white. Looking up into her history and realizing that her mother kept what she called a dark secret, and that secret was that her mother's father was a so-called black man. Now, the woman who was bringing out that information, her father is a white man, an Edomite, but her mother is an actual Israelite, which bolsters well for the lesson that you're going to have Israelites looking supposedly white, as well as you could have Edomites supposedly black. Now, as Brother Kowal was stated earlier, we tend to focus on the Edomite aspect a lot. But what about the Hamites? What about the other nations? Because our people were scattered among them also. When you look in the scriptures, you see Apostle Paul often mistaken for an Egyptian. And I don't think it was only Paul alone. There were others who were mistaken for Egyptian. Moses, Salakia, as another one was mistaken for an Egyptian. Why is that? If they were supposed white, why was Moses and Paul mistaken for Egyptians? When it is commonly known throughout the scriptures that the southern kingdom, they were mainly the darkest of the Israelites. Their skin tone and hue was usually darker than the other tribes. This is why they were often mistaken for Hamites. And this is well documented in the scriptures. Scriptures say that the Hamashiach, when he was a baby, his parents, to hide him from Herod's decree, they went into Egypt. If he was a so-called white child, why wasn't Herod able to find him? I mean, come on. Just playing a little bit more again.
Even some
No,
Israelites.
they might tell you he used a magic sheet act to cover Yahushua. They might tell you use a magic sheet. It's all kind of excuse Jake just make up for that.
True,
You
I think
understand?
he ain't lie there at all.
it's all kind of make believe thing that hey, that what the Lord said is sottish by foolish.
Watch
You
me out.
understand?
You remember the example with Moses when he was told to put his hand inside his bosom and take it out, and it was come
Yeah,
out
can.
leprous. When you
Right.
look at what leprous is white.
Mm-hmm.
If
So
he was a
so
white man,
and
well,
you can. Yeah, because I'm going to say the same thing you're going to say. If he was a white man and he pull out his hand from your bosom, right? You would not see the difference because it would already be white.
God.
But you see, hey, again, that's the people we dealing outside here is only one form of correction we're going to take, and that's the form of correction we're going to take is destruction.
Man, so true. Just continuing here to
Like a
Yeah,
black
go ahead.
Israelite. Okay. Me personally, I am from the tribe through the spirit, the tribe of Ephraim. Okay. Now, do I look in any way, shape, or form like a black, so to speak, black Hebrew Israelite? Okay.
Am I a black Hebrew Israelite? Because I believe I am a Hebrew Israelite. I'll tell you, I am a Hebrew Israelite. Okay? By the seed, man. Okay? And I believe in these words. And I believe in Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shai, the Most High and His Son. I believe in them. Okay?
Am I a black Hebrew Israelite? That's my question. Am I a black Hebrew Israelite? I look at my skin, especially when I hold it in the sun, man. I could get sunburned pretty easily, man. I have to wear sunscreen if I know I'm going to be in the sun for a large amount of time, and even then, sometimes I get sunburned. You know, but I know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, through faith, man, that I am an Israelite. I'm not a black Hebrew Israelite. I'm an Israelite. All right, and that's what we are, man. We're the nation of Israel. We're raising up the standard, all right, for the nation of Israel to follow.
And salutations to the hopeful elect. We all came through the great mercy and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai HaMashiach. This is just I'm going to entitle this Am I a black Hebrew Israelite? Okay, this is just again, like I said, a response.
Am I a black Hebrew Israelite? And
Hebrew Israelite. Nah, man, my skin ain't black. I'm white, bro. You know what I mean? But I got the spirit of an Israelite inside of me, man. I got the Holy Spirit, the spirit of Yahweh Shai that resides within me, man.
All right. Am I a black Hebrew Israelite? You know, take a good look at me. You know, I'm a little tan, not much. All right, in the wintertime, I get pretty pale. All right.
And in today's lesson, the trending topic, am I a black Hebrew Israelite? All right, because you have scoffers out there, people like Vocab Malone, people like James the Edomite White, who want to use that term, black Hebrew Israelite, all right, to identify us, which is incorrect. In fact, it's derogatory, it's offensive.
All right, am I a black Hebrew Israelite, man? That's what the video is going to be called, man. It's going to be a response towards these little wacky tacky Christians, all right, trying to make it seem like we some black supremacists, some Black Panther group, man. All right, like we the new Black Panthers, man. That's what we're trying to make it seem, man. All right, but it's going to be a response.
You might pause there.
Hebrew Israelite. Am I?
And that what the brother now said is like what we was mentioning in the beginning. That is the reason why they use that terminology. You know, it's to put it on the level of the Black Panther movement and those other movements because they know what has come with that. You understand? There's the reason why you would see other groups like ISPUK, like Sakari, when they go in the gun ranges, is because they're trying to make what it is we doing look like that now, like those other movements. Then, you know,
and the Black
right?
Panther organization was labeled a terrorist organization by the
That's right.
FBI. So applying that buzzword or that buzz term is to already create in the mind of the listener that hey, this is just another terrorist outfit, no different from the Muslim extremists or the white supremacists. Because even they call some of us black extremists, you know.
Yeah,
They
they do.
Go ahead, Salak. Go ahead, Salak.
No, go ahead, Akim. Anyone of you, Akim, go ahead, continue.
In the midst of everything, I just wanted to do this. For the sake of it. Am I a black Hebrew Israelite? Am I? Romans chapter 3 and verse 3. It says,
I thought they couldn't see Brother Rai too.
can. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai without effect? Because you look at me and my complexion is not as dark as some brothers would be, or some people at all would believe to be considered dark black men, because my complexion is not as dark as that. I am not a Hebrew Israelite. My faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and my being, my lineage, my heritage, my kinship, my other one, my Savior, is dependent on whether you believe or not. If that is what you believe, brother, then sad be your portion. Back to the lesson, Akim.
Black Hebrew Israelite. No. All right? There's no such thing as black people, black Hebrews. There's no such thing as white people. All right? That's what Esau made up. All right? That's what Esau categorized as so-called black extremist Hebrew Israelites. Okay?
Am I a black Hebrew Israelite, man? And you know, this is what the spirit is wanting to come out. But
do I fit the mold? Do I look like that guy? Look at his hair, man. All right? Look at me, man. Look at my nose, man. Okay? That looks a little bit different, right, than the mold of a man, all right? So you can't call us black Hebrew Israelites, man, okay? Because they're scattered amongst all nations under the heavens, okay? So this is a fact, man.
Am I a black Hebrew Israelite? Because apparently we stand for, in your eyes, we stand for black power, all right, whatever the hell, which we know what the agenda is, all right?
Am I a black Hebrew Israelite? You know, I mean, do I look black. I mean, is there anyone actually black in color? No. It was actually a term, a proverb that was put onto us, you know what I'm saying? To bring out more confusion.
Am I a black Hebrew Israelite? Because the Elder Gabar encouraged us, brothers that don't look like a so-called black man, okay, or dark-skinned, okay, so-called Negroes, to do videos pertaining to confusion of face. And because they always got this thing of categorizing us and trying to categorize us and box us into the black Hebrew Israelites, which they're mistaken. And that's one of the agendas that the elites have, to keep on categorizing us.
All right, because like the question that's being raised, man, am I black, man, or are we black, man? You know, first of all, the color black is like, you know, this is the color black right here, man. There's no people in the space of the earth that's this color right here, man. All right, the color black, man. Okay.
Am I black? A lot of brothers that are the truth, and they're being called black. You know, yet they're the truth. Yet they're Hebrews, right? Yet their spirit, right? So what? You know, what does that mean? Is it not Hebrews?
Shalom told you, Akim out there putting in work, saying across the four corners of the earth, because Israel scattered among all nations. Israel comes in all colors, bruh. Look at them colors right there, son. Israel comes in all colors, speak all languages, scattered among all nations.
So think about it. Spiritually, who's a black Hebrew Israelite? Who's a Hebrew Israelite? Am I a black Hebrew Israelite? Or am I a Hebrew Israelite? Are you black? Are you white?
Now pay attention to this, right? Before I finish, pay attention. Now this is one of the beloved brothers from Elder Malcolm's camp, right? One of the senior brothers, right? Now he's asking some Edomites, which you're going to see, am I black? Now this going to show you how intellectually dishonest these people truly are. Now pay attention, watch it.
Hey man, hold on. Is this look at your shirt? Is my skin the same color as that? Oh, yeah. You have a nice day.
Notice he lined up, he put his hand right next to the black back strap that the listener was who was listening to the whole interaction, and he asked the Edomite guy, am I black? What was his response? Yes, he is saying yes, you're black. And clearly you're seeing the difference between the brother's skin tone from the color black. So it shows how even when the evidence is pointed, remember we did a lesson on that yesterday, Brother Kowalwa, called delusion. Delusion. Yeah. Even delusion is when the truth is presented to prove otherwise. You reject the truth to hold on to that which is not true, thus forming, if you will, what is known as a delusion, a mental illness. That is how the definition was categorized. It's a mental illness. And I just want to play it over again because that's the way.
All right. Is my skin black? Yes.
Does the brother's skin look black?
he have on a black jersey.
Look at Elder Malcolm. These two brothers are almost the same. Watch it. Right?
Hey man, hold on. Is this look at your shirt? Is my skin the same color as that? Oh, yeah. Somewhat.
He says somewhat, yes.
Fashion act.
You gonna sit there and you gonna tell me that my motherfucking skin is black?
And I don't care what the fucking color of my skin is. I'm an Israelite.
The man, and that's
Sir,
that we
sorry,
was talking
miss.
about earlier is the Dunning-Kruger effect. You know, brothers could look it up and you'll see it for yourself. The Dunning-Kruger effect, right? One of the examples for that is, in general, people with the Dunning-Kruger effect might be arrogant and feel superior to others. And the Dunning-Kruger where you get the mixture of the black and the white, you know,
I have a
or how
quick
they play with
definition
it
on
now,
it
right?
here. Salak,
Understand?
Salak, go ahead, finish.
Yeah,
I'll
go
give
ahead.
you the definition after.
No, go ahead. Go
To
ahead.
what okay. It says the Dunning Wikipedia gives a definition from Google here. It says Dunning-Kruger effect is a cognitive bias, in which people with limited competence in a particular domain overestimate their abilities. What are Dunning-Kruger effect examples? A brilliant scientist, for example, um, might be a very poor writer. For the scientists to recognize their lack of skill, they need to possess a good working knowledge of grammar, composition, and other elements of writing. Because these are lacking, the scientist in his example cannot recognize their poor performance. Go ahead.
You know, and but they also use it in different as it say, that is an example, and they also use it in different concepts as well. So it wouldn't go for just thing. That's why I'd say, like, in one of the examples was in general, people with Dunning-Kruger effect might be more arrogant and feel superior to others. And again, that is where you get the black and white, the making of the black and white stuff and so forth. You know,
Huh.
when really and truly, it's not about the color, but it's about the people. It's a people against another people, a nation against another nation. You understand? That is what it is.
Can.
No, if I could say this right now, if you look on the screen, I had I went up to Google to look up speckled birds, right? And when going on the images, you're seeing the list various names of various birds, right? Now look at the pigeon, for instance. My question is for those of us seeing as how pigeons are very much common in the Caribbean. Have we ever seen the same pigeon carrying the same color? Or we always seeing an assortment of colors?
A variegated assortment of
Mm-hmm.
colors.
Are they
Well,
pigeons?
Yeah, there's pigeons.
All right.
there's pigeons,
You
and
see the
that's
reason? What?
that's I tell you. Even when I think when you look at speckle, right? Like when you look at speckle, I think one of the animals that put there is hyena. Look when you look up
Yes.
a hyena colors, it don't ever be one fucking color.
Color.
You
Exactly.
understand?
Yeah, that's in the different translations, can.
But Aquara,
Ah,
you was saying
Hey,
something.
yeah, if you could look up the meaning of sallow, SALLOW.
Just now, eh?
That's
S
something to read here.
S
ALLOW.
S-A-W.
SALLOW.
Oh, S-A-L-L. Oh, look at here, Salo.
Look up the meaning of it.
Okay, let's see. Sallow, of a person's face or complexion of an unhealthy yellow or pale brown color.
Now here, this article in the same Nature's no color line, right on page 130, right? That the Jews were scattered to the four corners, even in Russia, Poland, and all these places, right? Now here they say here, the Eastern Jews who settled in Austria, Poland, and Russia were Negroids. He said to Count Adam Gorowski of Poland, who visited the United States in 1857, said the Jews of this country strongly resemble American mulattoes. Numbers of Jews, he said, have the greatest resemblance to the American mulattoes, sallows, complexions, thick lips, crispy black hair.
Carl.
So even in Russia and all these places, they Tajiks looking like them Russians. Looking like Edomites, light in complexion, pale face.
Mm-hmm. If you look at the article here, right, it says 5 reasons you are suffering from sallow skin, simple ways to treat it. Now, they try to make it be a medical condition, the reason why you are the color that you are. And they sell products to make money off of you with the supposed ability to change it, right? It says 5 reasons you are suffering from sallow skin, simple ways to treat it, right? Now, what is sallow skin? Sallow skin refers to a complexion that appears yellowish, lackluster, or dull. This particular tone is often associated with a loss of vitality and can make an individual look tired or unwell. The term sallow is derived from the Old French word salou, meaning yellowish. It is typically describes a skin tone that deviates from the healthy pink or peach hues commonly associated with vibrant skin. Now, you know this is a damn lie. Healthy
Correct.
pink and pink hues. Healthy skin, definition of a healthy skin is dark. What you would know as the various shades of brown. This part of the article is a damn lie. So even when they're telling certain truths, they try to insert a lie to change the narrative to suit them.
But that's the best way to lie, Salak.
God, no,
The
no.
best way to lie is to mix the truth with it.
Now, just reading this here, several factors contribute to the development of sallow skin. One primary cause is a lack of proper blood flow or oxygenation to the skin, which can result in a diminished rosy undertone. Please, Esau, so-called red man, please. Poor circulation can be linked to various lifestyle factors, including a bad lifestyle, smoking, or underlying health conditions. What happened? You wanted to say something?
No, I said it already.
So you realize, even with the article, how they're trying to insert themselves and their particular skin tone as the superior skin tone. If that is the case, why only need sunscreen? What's the reason only need sunscreen? What's the reason? Salakia. What Akim? Anybody have anything to add?
No, that is a different me.
I wanted to bring something just quickly, say something. You was talking about the changing of skin color that they started to employ, like having a medication and whatnot to do it, right? To achieve that illusion. And they do it in Jamaica. These
God.
Jamaicans, these Jamaicans buy medication or ointments that these people sell, these mixtures and concoctions that cause their skin to lose the melanation in it. So they no longer look melanated, but they look pale. They have that sallow look all of a sudden. But there are certain parts of their bodies that cannot lose that darkish hueish brown. Like for instance, the lips around the eyelids, over the eyebrows, on the tip of the fingernails, the edge of the elbows, even in the ears, you would see that. So then you'll be able to look at most of these Jamaicans you see doing it, they call it bleaching your skin. When they bleach out the skin, you could see that something wrong, something weird, something abominably off with you, with your skin tone. because why? They have commercialized the first of all, they do the iconoclasm, right? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So with the power that they have, being the sword of the Lord, they use that power to dominate the what's it say, the information mediums. So any media that they put out is what is truth, or what they establish to be truth in society. So they establish themselves as white in the Renaissance era, and establish us as black. And then no, they iconoclase it in a particular way that black is bad and white is good. So these jakes now in these times in Jamaica, they want to be seen as good. They want to be seen as the in thing, the fashionable thing, which is to be of a pale complexion, to look like Esau. So these fellas trying to look like Esau, and they're still failing because they're ending up with a sallow appearance. Right?
Well,
I just wanted to bring that out. Go ahead.
you remember when we look at the definition and how they're talking about a healthy, rosy undertone and what have you? You know, if you look at this, everybody know this particular celebrity here, right? I'll just close up this. When you go up, they have you believing that healthy skin is a lighter skin, right? Healthy skin is a lighter skin.
Is that weird looking one on the end there? Yeah, it's a good thing you're going there.
Yeah.
I want there.
I want to go there. What, this one here?
Nah, the one on the left.
This one here?
Yeah, that one. The fuck
Yeah. We ain't indulging that.
Like Sammy Sosa. That was Sammy Sosa that asked me about first, like the baseball player.
Yeah.
I think the Cuban or Puerto Rican, I think.
And you see, this is supposed to be a supposed beauty trend that is popular among a lot of Jakes and Jake women. Look at this woman. This was her skin tone, and look what she changed it to.
Bleach out. Look at the one with Sammy Sosa. That is exactly what I was talking about. Look at his complexion on the left. Look at his complexion on the right. Look around his eyes, around his lips. Look even at his ears. You would see the darkest hue still there.
Also, we have the new in thing is changing the color of your eyes. We have a lot of Jakes going to get the eyes either blue or gray or different colors now. So Jake is being taught to hate themselves. Now again, none of these persons who changing, when you're looking at the pictures, their original color was black. Not one. Show me which one was ever. Not even Sammy Sosa you talk about here. This is not black.
What he is here black, not him.
None of them is black.
Hey,
yes. Don't consider this black. This is not black. Go ahead.
The private chat that you saw there, keep that in mind, Baba Kisha.
But you put into mind, Sammy Sosa over the years, he bleached so much. He's like a different person today.
Who you know like that? Not the so-called king of
pop.
King of pedophile or pop, yes, so like
king of
pop. So like I use the wrong word there.
No, they say it's due to vitiligo. But still, when you look at persons who suffer with vitiligo and what he had, it definitely don't look the same. So it had to have something going on there. You know, well, at the end of the day, I think we brought out more than enough pertaining to the lesson and what the elder wanted us to do. And I think we touched on so much, showing it from the scripture and everything. So I think we can close it off. So my question before we close it off, Brother Kawalwa, are you a black Hebrew Israelite?
I am a Hebrew. Well, let me just let you all be the judge. Look at this. This is black. Does my skin complexion appear to be black to you? You be the judge. And when you answer that, then you'll be able to yourselves be able to respond on my behalf and say whether I'm a black Hebrew Israelite. For now, to Wadaya Basham Yahushai, that he's brought me among the prophets into his sanctuary to know of his secrets. Kal Halalim Laya Basham Yahushai. If you don't know, maybe you will find out only when the time is right and it's too late. Shalom Akim.
Brother Quara, are you a black Hebrew Israelite?
I'm a Hebrew Israelite.
That's it.
A Hebrew Israelite. For those of you who are not aware, Brother Quara's background, he was I think his family was often your family members who look like Elam. You know, he has some Elam features. And to the average person who don't know the scripture, they might think the brother is an Elamite. But again, that's why we ask him the question. Is he a black Hebrew Israelite? And his response is, he is just a Hebrew Israelite. What for that act? Brother Rai, are you a black Hebrew Israelite?
I go and hit you. I go and hit you with the Dominicans and say, me no black. Me no black.
So at the end of the day, folks, go ahead, Ak.
The Dominicans say that?
Yeah, the Dominicans say.
Me no black, me no black.
At
the end of the day, go ahead, Ak.
Just tell them, they say, but you black too. And there's well, me no black, me no black. Me no black happy, me no black.
You know something? I recently came into like connection or interaction with a what they would call a Venezuelan woman. And in speaking with her, you know, you're looking at her complexion. Her complexion is like of a brother Rai. And you know, this girl literally watching me to my face and telling me she blanco.
No, some people see it as a term of empowerment, remember, based on the supposed black movement. You know, some see it as a term of endearment, while those of us who indeed know, it has no term of endearment in it. It was specifically meant to be a derogatory term. Right? So with that, as all the Akim clearly indicated along with myself, we are simply Hebrew Israelites. Drop the black.
Nothing simple but a cider.
Yeah, drop the black. We are just Hebrew Israelites. So with that, we pray that this lesson was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai.
That's right.
We give all honor, all glory, all praises to Yahweh B'Hashem
Yahushai
B'Hashem
Rakakash.
Double honors to our apostles, prophets, and teachers of Great Millstone, spiritual fathers who rule well, teach well. Peace and salutations to the sincere who follow this truth in all diligence and all sincerity, with brothers of the Great Millstone camp here in Trinidad, saying shalom till the next lesson. Shalom to Labakariam Abad Babal.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.